Hey guys, welcome back. Another episode today from the Ultimate EDC. Today we got something unusual, different, and definitely worth taking a look at. Guys, this is the Cyberkuza from TASKnives. Let me give you a close-up of this blade. I was so pumped to check this knife out. When I first saw it, I said, I gotta get me one of these. And luckily enough, I was able to grab one. So, before we get to that, let's get to the blades of the day. Today's folder is the Daiware Tailwhip V2. You guys have seen this displayed on my channel before. Such an awesome looking blade. CPM 20CV, full tie, and it's got that beautiful, beautiful ebony wood inlay. Fantastically done, custom made blade. Daiware, as I've said before, I think they are probably the best custom knives I've come across. The build quality is second to none. Everything is so tight and fitted, no rattles, no wiggle, no issues whatsoever. Just beautifully crafted. And today's fixed blade is the Temple Knives Empress. This is a smaller blade. Let me give you a look at this. This is in Nitro V. Cool little blade. Small, but really comfortable. I really like that Tsukamaki wrap. Let me give you a close-up of that. Very nice. Temple's a small batch maker. They do drops every once in a while. But I always like this blade. One thing I really like about it a lot is it has a 90-degree spine. So if you had to use this little blade to throw sparks, you could. But I like this blade. Really cool little knife. So again, blades of the day. Daiware Tailwhip V2. Such an awesome blade. And the Empress from Temple Knives. Two really cool blades. All right. Now, let's get to the blade at hand. I saw this blade on Edge Mindset's channel. I don't know if you guys ever watch him. And right away, I was like, I got to get my hands on one of these. It just gave me that gritty end of world vibe. It's something like right out of Mad Max. You know, that finish has that post-apocalyptic look, which I'm a huge fan of. Always liked it. I've always liked those scorched earth, distressed look. I think it looks awesome. This is just one of those knives that I just put it on the coffee table and I'm just like, wow, look at that thing. Just crazy. And the one thing with me with this knife here, which I think is important for knife collectors, is this knife, it elicits a feeling right away. It makes me think of like a movie poster or, you know, if I'm out hiking or something, it gives you that vibe, you know, like, and that to me really lets you know that the designer nailed the design. He just nailed it. If it makes you feel something. This blade, the second I saw it, I was like, man, I got to have that. I got to see what that looks like in person. And the best thing was, and it's been like that for the last few blades I've bought, when you receive the blade, it meets your expectations. And that's something that's always, you know, you're kind of like, it looks cool on video, but will it really look that good in person and feel that good? But this did not disappoint. I think this blade is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me give you a close-up again. It's got that sci-fi look to it too. I think it's so cool. All right, so let's talk about it a little bit. The Cyberkuza has a 4.25 blade of MagnaCut, and it's got that compound grind. Looks like a Tanto, but sometimes it kind of looks like maybe a drop point or a clip point, just the way that swedges on the top. Very different. You know, we all know MagnaCut is about as good as it gets as far as ease of sharpening, corrosion resistance. It's great. This blade can cut too. It's sharp. I know it looks like it has that worn finish. It's got that like, you know, like it's pitted kind of looking scratched up, but it's not. It's very, very rarely used at all, if any. I cut paper, I cut cardboard, I destroyed some Amazon boxes. It's really sharp for a thick blade. So, and on the back, if you look, You've got the pocket clip with all the information on it, which I think, again, gives it that sci-fi look. Blade material, Magna Cut, the blade finish, rough stone wash. Handle materials, titanium. The handle finish, he calls it rusty tank, which I think is awesome. So obviously a folding knife, and the knife mechanism, the lock, is called the task lock. And there's these two tabs here, and you pull them up to actuate, where the axis lock you pull down, which is much more intuitive. But this isn't horrible. You get used to it after a while when you play with it for a bit. But I think if he used more of a traditional axis lock or even a ram lock, it would be much more user-friendly. But it's not terrible. I just think this thing looks awesome. It just looks badass to me. It really does. I don't know if this is anybody's cup of tea, but I think it looks so cool. And I'll show you, comes with a box from the maker. It's got another metal it says Cyberkuza from TASKnives. And you open it up. Let me show you inside. It has the COA, which is done in metal, which I think looks awesome. And the back, he's got some cool information here. You know, you're holding a handcrafted custom knife, a limited run. This is from the first run. How to open it, how to close it. Got some warnings. It tells about some questions on there. If you have any questions, you can reach out to him. So really cool done. I like that. I like the metal. Different. Cool design. All right, get this out of the way. So the lock, it's kind of like a back lock, but kind of like a button lock, I guess. It's got the little levers. It feels funky, but once you get used to it, it's solid. I mean, there's no movement in this blade whatsoever. Rock solid, rock solid. And it's very, very comfortable in hand. The ergos might not look good, but they are perfect. This is probably a 9.5-inch overall knife. It's big. It's about 10 ounces. The weight makes it feel just solid in your hand. The ergos, like I said, are great. There's enough milling on here without chewing up your hand. It's smooth. It's not bad. The details, though, like all the little details, the hardware, the clip, the finishing, this is what makes that blade stand out. Look at all the little machining aspects on there. Right? Giving that distressed look. You can see the back of the spine has that segmented metal there. I hope that's coming through. I think it's awesome. Just awesome looking. What else? The more and more I look for knives today, I'm looking for something that stands out, something that's unique. And this knife definitely does not fit the mold, right? This is outside of the norm. Handmade, totally handmade knife in his garage, which is unbelievable. The hard part with these, from all the research I've done, is they're hard to find. These are not mass produced. You cannot grab them anytime. Very limited runs. You know, like I said, each one comes with that COA. And you don't find them floating around. And honestly, that's part of the appeal to me, is knowing that you've got a knife that there's not a ton of them out there. It kind of has that exclusivity to it. And I think that's kind of cool. And if you spot one in the secondary market, it's probably not going to be there long, and you probably won't see one again in a long time. And it's thick too. This is probably about 200 thou thick. Look at that blade stock. Right? Nice edge on it. It's sharp. Cuts like butter. Let me give you a look again, a close-up. I think that finish just looks awesome. Right? So cool. Awesome looking to me. Yeah, it's just one of those blades that I just don't get sick of looking at. It's been on my coffee table since I got it, and I've been flipping it around, carrying it, using it. It's really cool. Really cool to me. I'll give you another angle of it. Face on there. Very nice blade grind. And to think he did this all by hand is just amazing to me. He's got the fuller on the front there. I think that's just for aesthetics. But it's a big, big beefy blade. Awesome. I think it's badass. So let me know what you guys think. I think it looks so cool. Really cool. The Scorched Earth from Medford. I wanted to grab a 187 when they came out. Was not able to get one, but I will definitely have one. I think Medford does probably the best, but this is right up there. And this is titanium. You know, I don't know how he does this. This isn't paint or Cerakote. It's just, what a finish. I have a Sato, I should have brought it up, that has that distress scale look, but this really looks a great job. It really looks like it's worn. You know, it's been through some things for sure. Like I said, post-apocalyptic. It just makes me think of Mad Max. Like, this is something that, you know, he'd be carrying. I love the Mad Max series. My favorite is the Road Warrior, without a doubt. But they did some good, even the later ones too. So let me know what you guys think. Now we will get to today's movie recommendation. And this is going to be one that probably everybody's seen, but I got to shout it out there because it's awesome. It's The Shawshank Redemption. It stars Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman, plus a fabulous supporting cast. It's one of those all-time classics for me. Tim Robbins plays Andy, a banker who gets tossed in prison for a crime that he didn't do. Morgan Freeman plays his friend Red, and he becomes his best friend, basically. It's a story about prison, hope, patience, the whole 9 yards. One of the best payoffs in a movie you'll ever see. Kind of heavy at times, but it leaves you feeling good. It's just an awesome movie. Awesome. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but if you haven't, check out Shawshank Redemption. So one more time, let me pull all the blades out. We've got the TASKnives Cyberkuza, the Daiware Tailwhip V2, and the Temple Knives Empress. 3 bangers in my opinion. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Appreciate you swinging by. Leave a comment below, and if you enjoyed the video, drop me a like, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye.